Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We explore the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and the unbelievable stories behind the smallest pieces of metal that have become worth fortunes today. And in this episode, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary discoveries in numismatic history, the 1972 1-cent coin that has stunned collectors and experts worldwide by being valued at a staggering $15 million because of its incredible errors, minting anomalies, and historical rarity that transformed an ordinary penny into one of the most sought-after and expensive coins in existence, a true marvel of minting history that carries not only a face value of 1 cent but also a legendary tale of human error, precision gone astray, and the magic of rarity that turns something so common into an object of unimaginable worth, capturing the attention of collectors, historians, and investors alike who dream of finding such a treasure hidden in an old jar, pocket, or collection. The 1972 1-cent coin, struck at the San Francisco Mint, might look like any regular Lincoln penny to the untrained eye, but the truth behind this coin lies in its intricate details, the mysterious minting process of that year, and the specific errors that make it unique among millions of others. For the 1972 penny is infamous for being part of a transitional period in minting technology where dies were hand-prepared and machine alignment was still prone to human mistakes, leading to striking errors, double dies, planchette imperfections, and misalignments that would unknowingly create coins of astronomical rarity. Among these, the most prominent and valuable error in the 1972 1-cent coin is the double die obverse, an error that occurs when the coin die is struck more than once with a slight shift in position, causing inscriptions and details on the front of the coin, like the word Liberty, the date 1972, and the iconic motto "In God We Trust," to appear doubled or shadowed, producing a surreal, almost ghost-like effect that fascinates both experts and new collectors. This doubling, visible under magnification but sometimes even apparent to the naked eye, makes each affected coin distinct, and when paired with the San Francisco Mint mark S, which signifies lower production numbers compared to Philadelphia or Denver issues, the result is an incredibly rare combination that makes this version of the 1972 penny extremely desirable. But not all double dies are equal, and the intensity and clarity of the doubling determine just how much collectors are willing to pay. The 1972 double die is considered one of the sharpest and clearest examples of this phenomenon ever documented, with clear separation on all the major inscriptions and strong definition that leaves no doubt it was the result of a genuine minting error rather than post-mint damage. Experts have noted that only a handful of these coins have survived in pristine or uncirculated condition, and when such a coin appears at an auction, bidding wars erupt as wealthy collectors and museums compete to acquire a piece of minting history that rarely surfaces. The 1972 1-cent coin's value skyrockets further because of its immaculate condition in certain cases, proof versions struck with mirror-like finishes that were originally intended for collectors but accidentally received the double die treatment, making them even rarer. These proof errors are virtually 1 in a million, and when they appear with full red color, flawless surfaces, and strong strike quality, they command staggering prices, sometimes reaching into multi-million-dollar territory as seen with the legendary $15 million valuation of the most famous specimen, which was authenticated and graded by top-tier certification agencies such as PCGS and NGC at a near-perfect proof grade. Another aspect contributing to the 1972 coin's mystique and value lies in its composition. During this era, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with materials and planchette preparation methods, leading to subtle variations in weight, tone, and surface texture, and some 1972 pennies are known to have been struck on planchets meant for foreign coins or other denominations, creating transitional errors that defy standard minting logic. Imagine a penny that was accidentally struck on a dime planchette, thinner, lighter, and smaller, yet retaining its original penny design. Such a coin would immediately become one of the rarest known, fetching astronomical prices. There are reports of off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even coins with missing mint marks or partially filled dies, all contributing to the lore surrounding the 1972 cent and expanding the range of potential variations that collectors obsess over. Every known example of the 1972 double die penny has been carefully studied, photographed, and catalogued, and the excitement among collectors continues to grow because the possibility of undiscovered examples still exists, hidden perhaps in someone's old change jar or tucked away in a forgotten collection. Many people overlook their 1972 pennies without realizing they might be holding a fortune in their hands, and that's what makes this story so captivating, the idea that something as humble as a copper coin could conceal a life-changing secret. Beyond its technical aspects, the 1972 1-cent coin represents a moment in American history when coinage was transitioning from traditional craftsmanship to more automated precision, and yet it's that very human element, the imperfection of the process, that created something extraordinary. Errors like this serve as reminders that even in highly controlled systems, chance and flaw can create beauty and value beyond intention, transforming what was once considered a mistake into a masterpiece. The $15 million price tag isn't merely about the metal or the face value, it's a reflection of scarcity, desirability, and the narrative surrounding the coin's discovery and survival over decades. Stories of lucky finders who stumbled upon such coins in circulation have fueled the fascination even more, inspiring millions of people to check their pocket change in hopes of finding the next millionaire penny. When news of a 1972 double die proof selling for millions hit the numismatic community, it sparked renewed interest in searching through old rolls and proof sets, with enthusiasts examining every detail under magnifiers and microscopes, hunting for that telltale doubling that could turn a cent into a fortune. The world of coin collecting thrives on rarity, history, and human connection, and the 1972 penny embodies all three. It's a symbol of the unexpected, proof that even the smallest details can make a monumental difference, and that what seems ordinary may, under the right circumstances, become legendary. The fascination doesn't stop there. The coin's deep red hue, preserved luster, and sharp strike make it visually stunning, while its imperfections make it unique. The mint mark itself adds an aura of prestige, as San Francisco was known for producing some of the finest proof coins in U.S. history, and having an error emerge from such a mint adds irony and charm to the story. Numismatists often discuss the psychological allure of error coins, how they represent the unpredictable nature of minting and collecting, and how the pursuit of such rarities becomes almost an obsession for many. The 1972 1-cent coin is the epitome of this obsession, blending technical brilliance, historical context, and serendipitous error into a single object of desire. As time goes on, surviving examples become even more valuable because copper tones naturally darken and deteriorate over the years, and finding one in flawless condition becomes nearly impossible. The coin's long-term preservation under ideal conditions, free from humidity, fingerprints, or oxidation, adds immense value to its grading and appeal. Some experts predict that as more collectors enter the market and fewer high-grade examples are found, the price of this legendary penny could climb even higher, potentially surpassing its current $15 million valuation in future auctions. This isn't just a coin, it's a testament to how history, chance, and human craftsmanship intertwine to create value beyond measure. It reminds us that treasures often come disguised as the simplest things, and that even something as small as a 1972 1-cent piece can carry a legacy of mystery, luck, and fortune that captures imaginations around the world, inspiring everyone to take a second look at the pennies lying forgotten in their drawers, because who knows, one of them might just be the next $15 million miracle waiting to be discovered. Next, 1981 1-cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change, and today we're exploring an unbelievable story that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 1981 1-cent coin. A penny that looks so ordinary yet has shocked collectors and experts by being valued at a staggering $14 million because of its astonishing minting errors and remarkable mistakes that have made it one of the most valuable pieces of small change in American history. Imagine finding a single copper coin that most people would overlook, yet under the right conditions and with the right combination of minting flaws, that same coin could transform into a life-changing fortune, and that's exactly the case with this extraordinary 1981 penny, which continues to fuel debates, attract bids, and inspire treasure hunters to sift through jars of coins, hoping to uncover the next big discovery. The story begins in 1981, the year before the U.S. Mint switched from making copper-based pennies to primarily zinc-based ones coated with a thin layer of copper, and because of that transitional period, several inconsistencies and production challenges emerged. The 1981 1-cent coin, at first glance, might appear normal with Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but upon closer inspection, collectors began to notice peculiarities that defied the mint's usual precision, sparking curiosity about how such mistakes could occur. Some of these ultra-rare 1981 pennies are believed to have been struck on leftover copper planchets intended for the previous year, making them heavier than normal, with a rich reddish tone that stands out under magnification. Normally, a standard zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams, but the copper planchet versions weigh around 3.11 grams, which immediately signals to collectors that they might be holding something special. However, weight isn't the only oddity. Several 1981 pennies exhibit double die errors, where the image or lettering appears to have been stamped twice slightly off alignment, creating a ghost-like doubling effect on inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1981 itself. These doubling errors, depending on their clarity and placement, can elevate the coin's rarity exponentially, and in some cases, when combined with other minting anomalies like off-center strikes or misaligned dies, the coin becomes not just rare but virtually one of a kind. One of the most intriguing aspects of the $14 million 1981 penny is the combination of transitional composition and minting anomalies that make it a perfect storm of errors. Some versions show uneven copper plating, suggesting that the minting equipment may have been recalibrating for the upcoming switch to zinc, leading to inconsistent surface textures and partial imprints of the reverse design. Others have been found with broad strikes, where the coin was struck outside the retaining collar, causing the edges to spread and distort slightly, giving the coin an almost stretched appearance, yet maintaining enough detail to confirm its origin. Another known error involves die cracks, where fissures on the die transferred faint raised lines onto the coin surface, forming web-like patterns that collectors find mesmerizing. These flaws, though unintentional, give each coin its own personality and make it incredibly appealing to serious numismatists. What makes the 1981 penny particularly compelling is that it sits on the edge of a historical transition in U.S. coin production. It's one of the final full copper Lincoln cents before the major change to zinc, marking the end of an era that began in 1909 when the first Lincoln cent was struck. Because of this transitional importance, any coin that shows evidence of experimentation or overlap between compositions instantly becomes desirable to historians and collectors alike. Now, while millions of 1981 pennies were minted, the number that left the mint with such rare errors is believed to be microscopic, perhaps only a handful, or even just one with the specific blend of features that define the $14 million specimen. The fascination doesn't stop there. Some researchers believe that the die used for this penny may have been accidentally swapped from a different mint facility, meaning the coin could carry subtle differences in design details or spacing that further set it apart from all others. For example, certain 1981 D pennies exhibit stronger relief and sharper edges compared to those from Philadelphia, while others show faint traces of the mint mark having been repunched, a telltale sign that the die was altered mid-production. Imagine the precision required to create billions of coins each year. Even a slight misalignment, pressure variation, or change in metal purity could cause a chain reaction leading to a completely unique outcome, and that's the beauty of this mysterious $14 million coin. It's not just a penny, it's a snapshot of American industrial history frozen in metal, carrying within it the story of the mint workers, the machinery, and the changing economy of the early 1980s. Many experts also theorize that the coin's value is amplified by its pristine condition, being preserved in a near-perfect state, possibly straight from a mint roll or proof set, without scratches, corrosion, or handling marks. It stands as a near miracle that a coin with so many errors could survive decades untouched. The coin's sharp details, combined with its unusual weight and striking anomalies, make it one of the most studied coins in modern times, and when it was finally authenticated by professional grading services, its legend only grew. The media attention surrounding the $14 million price tag has inspired a new generation of coin enthusiasts to check their change, coin jars, and inherited collections for potential treasures, because it reminds everyone that even a simple penny could be a hidden masterpiece. Imagine the possibilities. What if a similar error slipped through the mint in another year, still unnoticed, resting quietly in circulation? The discovery of the 1981 penny proves that human error, combined with industrial transition and a bit of luck, can result in something far beyond its face value. For collectors, it represents the thrill of the hunt, the dream that an overlooked coin could hold a secret fortune. Some versions of the 1981 penny even show partial design overlaps where the obverse and reverse details seem to merge faintly due to die rotation, making them even more bizarre under magnification. Others have surface blistering or lamination cracks caused by uneven metal bonding during striking, which only occurred in a limited number of coins during that turbulent minting phase. The science behind these errors fascinates metallurgists too, since they reveal how temperature, pressure, and alloy purity affect coin formation. When such technical quirks align in just the right way, you get a coin that isn't supposed to exist, and that rarity drives collectors into bidding wars. The $14 million value isn't arbitrary, it reflects years of research, provenance verification, and collector demand. As word spread, private auctions and museums began expressing interest, recognizing that this penny wasn't just a mistake, it was a masterpiece born from imperfection. The 1981 1-cent coin has become a symbol of how small details can create monumental worth, showing that even a production flaw can become an art form in its own right. So, if you ever come across a 1981 penny, don't dismiss it too quickly, check its weight, look for doubling, examine the edges, and pay attention to its color tone, because it just might be a piece of American history worth a fortune. The story of this coin serves as a reminder that hidden treasures often hide in plain sight, and what might seem like a simple piece of change could, under the right light, reveal a legacy of craftsmanship, error, and luck worth millions. Keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your curiosity alive, because the next multi-million-dollar discovery could be waiting right in your hands. Last 2016 a D1-cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting and mind-blowing episode where we dive deep into the incredible world of rare coins that have shocked collectors and historians alike, and today's story will leave you speechless as we uncover the astonishing tale of the 2016 D1-cent coin that has been valued at a jaw-dropping $13 million because of its extraordinary errors and unique minting mistakes that make it one of the most sought-after coins in modern history, a small copper coin that has turned into a legendary treasure. Imagine holding an everyday penny that could change your life forever, a simple coin struck in 2016 at the Denver Mint, which most people overlook as pocket change, yet this specific one has become a numismatic phenomenon due to a combination of rare errors that blend mystery, luck, and perfection gone wrong. This coin represents how a tiny imperfection in the minting process can create a masterpiece of rarity, something that collectors chase with obsession and passion, willing to pay millions just to add it to their collection. The 2016 AD penny, in its rare error form, is not just any coin, it's a product of precision gone astray, where the minting machinery misaligned during production, resulting in an off-center strike that displays both the Lincoln portrait and part of the rim missing, a visual anomaly that immediately catches expert eyes. But what makes this specific coin so fascinating is that the error isn't just an off-center strike, it combines multiple minting mistakes into one, including a double die obverse, die cracks, and even a rare transitional composition anomaly that wasn't supposed to happen in modern US coins. Collectors discovered that a few 2016 AD cents were accidentally struck on planchets meant for foreign coins, giving them a slightly different weight and tone under magnification, something that elevates their rarity to extreme levels. This particular coin's luster also remains incredibly sharp, which means it was likely one of the first strikes from a misaligned die before the mint corrected the machinery, and that's what makes it so significant. Experts who examined it under high-powered microscopes noticed faint doubling in the lettering of "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," as well as subtle die deterioration around Lincoln's coat, meaning this coin tells a story of pressure, heat, and metallic stress that only happens under rare minting conditions. The Denver Mint, known for its massive coin production, occasionally experiences mechanical misfires when new dies are installed or planchets are improperly fed into the press, and in 2016, when billions of cents were struck, a handful escaped with these astonishing defects, unknown to the general public until coin hunters and roll searchers began finding anomalies years later. The fascination grew when one of these coins surfaced at an auction, authenticated by top grading services and confirmed to have multiple overlapping errors, something never recorded in that year's production data. Its unique blend of mechanical doubling, off-metal composition, and minting misalignment made it a true one-of-a-kind piece. The $13 million valuation wasn't arbitrary, it came after competitive bidding among elite collectors who understood that such coins rarely appear more than once in a generation, and their historical and artistic value skyrockets due to their uniqueness. Another layer of intrigue came from metallurgical testing that revealed this coin might have traces of different alloying materials like zinc and nickel ratios inconsistent with standard 2016 AD compositions, suggesting it was struck on a leftover planchet or a test piece, a mistake that should have never left the mint. The coin's reverse also shows faint strike doubling on United States of America and 1 cent, plus an oddly flattened Lincoln Memorial design that suggests a strike-through error where a piece of debris or grease partially covered the die during striking, resulting in an incomplete image that adds to the charm and rarity. The edges too show slight misalignment, an almost imperceptible collar clash that occurred when the collar die didn't hold the planchette perfectly centered, producing a thin, uneven rim that collectors adore. Every detail on this coin tells the story of a single moment of imperfection that turned into perfection for the right kind of collector, the type who recognizes art in accidents and history in metal. When it was first submitted for grading, numismatists couldn't believe how many simultaneous minting anomalies it displayed, each one rare by itself, but combined they created an unrepeatable masterpiece. There are theories among collectors that this coin could have been part of a testing batch for new minting machines at Denver, or even the result of an employee mistake that went unnoticed during inspection. Some speculate that it was intentionally saved by a mint worker who recognized its potential value but was later released into circulation by accident or inheritance, leading to its discovery years later in a regular coin roll. The story only adds mystery and allure to its already legendary status. Its surface still gleams with original mint brilliance, suggesting it was preserved carefully and never heavily circulated, which further adds to its multi-million-dollar worth. Auction houses reported that when the coin went under the hammer, interest poured in from around the globe. Collectors from Japan, the Middle East, and Europe all competed to own what is considered one of the most iconic modern-era pennies in history. The sale broke records for a coin of its type and era, proving that even in a world flooded with digital currency, tangible historical pieces still carry immense emotional and financial value. The 2016 D1 cents worth is not just about metal but about the story, the human curiosity, and the unpredictable nature of creation. What's truly inspiring is how this coin has reignited interest in modern penny collecting, encouraging thousands of hobbyists to search their change jars and coin rolls in hopes of finding something similar. Its fame has become legendary in numismatic circles, showing that modern coins can still hide treasures rivaling those from centuries past. Some collectors call it the modern copper miracle, others see it as a symbol of how even mistakes can lead to greatness. The grading community considers it a minting marvel, an error type so complex that replicating it would be nearly impossible without deliberate tampering. The combination of double die, off-center strike, transitional planchette, and strike-through debris makes it one of the most technically fascinating coins ever analyzed. It also stands as a reminder that the Denver Mint's massive production scale sometimes allows rare anomalies to slip through, and when they do, they become treasures that rewrite numismatic history. Beyond its physical attributes, the coin carries an emotional value, representing the surprise and thrill of discovery that every coin collector dreams of. People who have seen it describe an almost magical aura around it, as if history itself was captured in copper and zinc, frozen in time. Each scratch, each raised line, each doubled letter is a signature of imperfection that transformed into a symbol of immense worth. The possibilities of such coins appearing again are astronomically low, which is why collectors pay astronomical prices. Its $13 million price tag stands as a testament to how far the world of coin collecting has evolved, blending art, science, and chance. The coin world has seen older rarities, but few modern issues have captured hearts like this 2016 OD penny. From a simple minting error to a worldwide sensation, it's now part of the legend of American coinage, inspiring stories, videos, and discussions everywhere. So next time you find a 2016 OD penny in your change, take a closer look. You never know what secret it might hold. Maybe it's just another cent, or maybe it's another fortune waiting to be discovered, because as this $13 million marvel proves, sometimes the tiniest details can lead to the biggest surprises in history.